Please welcome Princess Castleberry.
All right. So, Biggby Nation, the only way for you to prove that you know that you're in the city of Detroit is for you to look at the person next to you, put your head back like this, and say, "What up, dog?" You gonna do it? Okay. What up, dog? Everybody, my name is Princess Castleberry, and yes, that is my real name. I got Princess from my parents, I got Castleberry from my husband, and I was born and raised in the city of Detroit. So where are my Detroiters? Couple? Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So because I was born and raised in the 1980s in Detroit, it means that when I went to school every day, my hair looked a little bit like this, okay? And that hairstyle, full of baubles, butterflies, hearts, and gems, is how I wore my hair every single day, and that was actually the start of my own entrepreneurial journey. Now, how many of you had businesses as kids? Had your very first business as a kid, right? A few of you, right? So, kids loved my hair and my accessories so much that I actually got the bright idea to take my mother's entire collection of these, cut them into pieces, and start selling them at school. Baby, I was in business. That was the start of my entrepreneurial journey, but it was the first time that I got stuck, bothered, and interrupted because I had this fantastic product and everything was booming until my mother found an entire bucket of cut up ponytail holders. Just this little black part was left, and she found a stack of cash. And naturally, when she asked me about it, I lied, okay? Where'd you get the money from? I lied. But I had to finally come clean and tell her I had been selling the pieces. But look, Mom, a success. I got all this money. And that was the day, as a business owner, that I learned about sustainability because I lost my key supplier. And I don't think I've had a full head of hair since. It's been like this. It's been like a buzz cut ever since then. So, but this is the city of Detroit, and Detroit does not get stuck. Somebody say Detroit doesn't get stuck. We got to do better than that, y'all. Detroit does not get stuck. All right. So Detroit doesn't get stuck. So I go to school, and I come up with a better idea. I had lost my ponytail holder business, and I came up with my next business idea. I started to create what I call Princess's potpourri pillows. They were business card sized pillows for Barbie and Joe because they deserved a good night's sleep too. It's my product. And I was selling them out of my locker, and I was back in business. I was making a ton of money because I had a great target market and I had a great location, all the way until my principal, Mrs. Grutenis, busted me and told me that it was actually against school policy to sell merchandise in a public school. So that was the first time I ran into a zoning and regulatory violation in my business. But I already told you, Detroit does not get stuck, right? So again, I got great target market. I got a winning product now. I know it's a winning product. I just needed a better location. So I told you, I grew up about 10 miles from here in a neighborhood on the northwest side of Detroit, near the intersection of Plymouth Road and Southfield. And if you go there today, there's a big, massive mega church, but there used to be a massive Kmart store at the corner of that intersection. If you know anything about the history of Detroit, Detroit did not have a lot of major retail stores in the city at that time. So to have a Kmart within walking distance of your home was a big thing. So I saw the traffic. I saw the foot traffic. So I'm like, okay, I got a great product. I got the right market. Everybody shops at Kmart. That's prime real estate. So I took a little table. I was like 10 years old, walked up to Kmart and set up shop right in front of the Kmart. And contrary to what you're thinking, the manager did not shut me down. But what I didn't realize was inside the Kmart, they had way better accessories for Barbie and Joe. And they sold the candy that I was selling at my table for half the price. So I had underestimated my closest competition. So after those 3 times getting stuck, bothered, and interrupted in my business, I decided to do what every child in America wants to do, and I became a risk manager, right? All right. And so the reason why we're talking about risk, risk is really important because the real reality of it, the punchline of this entire talk, I'll give it to you up front. Getting stuck, bothered, and interrupted in your business is inevitable. It is part of life. It is part of business. And the people who succeed are people who learn how to consistently get themselves unstuck over and over. Because as you heard at the very beginning of this, risk happens. Turn to the person next to you and say, look, risk happens. Let them know if they don't know. Risk happens.